you guys, welcome back to another episode of the Take 30 podcast. My guest today is someone who I met from Podfest last year. We're going to be talking to Miko, the entrepreneur. She's based in Orlando, Florida. And yeah, so Miko, welcome to the podcast.
Hi.
Hi. All right. So, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the sunshine outside, and now I'm here with you, and I want to talk to your audience, and I'm just ready.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to have you on the show. Everybody, if you don't know Miko I met from Podfest last year. We That's how we connected, and she was actually at Podfest this year as well. So, we're just gonna be chatting to her about her business, her one of her channels, no customers, no business. So we're gonna be talking a lot about that today. But yeah, so Miko, go ahead and tell us what's something challenging that's happened in the last few weeks, or what's something you've learned in the last few weeks. And that can be anything, a book you read, an article that you read, or even something you saw on TV.
Okay. Uh, well, can it be like maybe 6 years ago?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry. No, I had a lot of challenges. Um, I would probably have to say me getting my story together to talk about how I was financially abused. And that did just happen like maybe a few weeks ago. So
Oh, wow.
I I finally put together my story, the reason why I started this customers and drivers movement. And I know sometimes we don't get a chance to tell our story regardless of what type of abuse,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I want more people sharing their story because once you share your story, you have closure. And right now, I'm at that point where I have closure and now I can move forward. So that's been my challenge going through the financial abuse. Uh, I had to give myself grace, I had to forgive myself, and I had to share my story so others can feel comfortable with sharing their story so they can get closure and move on with their life.
Oh, I love that. Um, yeah, I believe everybody has a story to tell. And yeah, and the fact that you were financially abused, can you tell us just a little bit about that experience?
Yes, sure. I do have the video on No Customers, No Business channel, and also on the Miko the Entrepreneur channel.
Mhm.
But I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it. Basically, I've been a merchant on DoorDash and Uber Eats, and unfortunately, with DoorDash as a merchant, I had my ghost kitchen on there, and I never got paid.
Oh,
Then,
wow.
just being a driver,
Hmm.
having tips stolen from you and, tips manipulated. It's just unbelievable, especially when the actual customer showed you how much they paid and then it was $10 less that the company gave you,
Mm.
which led to, me coming from Houston to grow my business and came here to Orlando. I thought that I researched this company that I've been watching on YouTube for like, a year or two.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I'm going to buy my food trailer from, this company and I want this person, to help me.
Hmm.
And then I got scammed out of $13,000. Never
Oh my
received my
God.
food trailer. They scammed $18 million dollars over 700 people. The rest you can watch on the video. But yeah, I
Yeah.
just wanted to give you a little bit of that. So,
Wow. That's that's wild. These companies are so greedy.
yes, greed
Yeah,
is not even a word.
it really isn't. It really isn't, you know. My God. Um, yeah. Well, I'm extremely sorry that you went through all that.
Yeah. So that's why now that I'm coming to my closure point,
Mhm.
now I can be able to move forward. And going through that actually gave me the inspiration, the drive, the motivation, mixed with some anger and bitterness to start this customers and drivers movement. So I don't want to be a victim anymore. I've been a victim for 6 years
Wow.
because it happens it happened back to back to back,
Mhm.
and I want to be victorious. You know, I want to. Okay, you know what, that happened to me. Like I said, I'm gonna stop feeling sorry for myself. I'm gonna stop playing a victim card. It's time for me to, you know what, it happened to me, but next time this, or okay, next time this. So um, sometimes you can't say, well, that would never happen to me again. You can't say that.
Right.
But the chances of something happening less, I mean, I can work on that because
Mhm.
maybe it's certain things I can look for this time, you know, next time around, or, you know, something like that. But yeah, so now I have this movement, and I'm going to help a lot of people because these companies, they're going to continue to treat us this way if we don't put our foot down, we don't take back our power. We have to take back our power. That's the only way impact will happen, you know, the success will happen. We have to take back our power, and we have to stand up and speak out.
Yeah. I agree. I think the more we stay silent, you know, the more these companies are just going to keep doing it to customers, and especially even workers too. So I think it's just important to speak out about that. Um, yeah. But Miko, go ahead and tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Sure. How much time I
I mean, you can take it as much time as you
have? Okay. Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm Miko the entrepreneur, founder of the Customers and Drivers Movement, also a public speaker, entrepreneur, small business owner. First, I want to say thank you to your audience. I hope that you will enjoy this interview or casual talk that we're having. And, you know, hopefully I'll meet you in the future at Podfest. Now, me, I am a networker. I love to network, as you can see. I love to
want.
talk to people. I have a great personality, but I go through changes just like everyone else. I am a child of God. Although I don't push religion or spirituality into people's faces because I want everyone to feel comfortable.
Mhm.
So sometimes I might say, you know, my brother Jesus, or, you know, my heavenly Father, or, you know, something like that, because I want people to know I am a Christian, I am a child of God. I'm not
Mhm.
perfect.
Right.
But moving forward, I'll never forget when I saw you at Podfest and I came up to you, and that's when you came with your dad, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And I don't know, it was you. I don't know if you had like this. Why is she not like? Why is she talking to me? But I just, hey, how's it going? You know, blah blah this and that, and I just started a conversation with you, and you know, and you had to
Mhm.
check in to the hotel, and your dad was there. And then I remember your dad when I came back around. I was like, where's Erica? And he said you were somewhere else. And no, it was just interesting because it was genuine. You
Mhm.
know, that was a genuine connection. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that we stayed in touch. And then I saw you this year. You know, I brought someone, I brought Peter with me,
Yeah.
So
Peter.
like coffee.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I am I always had like different side gigs and uh projects. I call them projects. So this is my latest project, the Customers and Drivers Movement. And it's been 1 year. And I
Okay.
have, yeah, I'm also a YouTuber as well, or content creator. I have 3 channels: Miko the Entrepreneur, Dope Beverage, and No Customers, No Business. What else about me? I love to just help people, and that's what I try to do while I'm on this earth, is help as many people as I can, whether it's by, my actions, or just by sharing my stories, or just help, like listening to them. Because what I learned is you can save one life if you just listen to the person. Sometimes it's not all about giving them money and get out of my face, It's about listening to that person. It's a lot of people that need to be heard. And so I'm going to take the initiative to start listening more and being there for people. Now, I probably can't, give you money, but I can buy you something to eat, get you something to drink, be a listening ear. So, but that's the type of person I am. I am a great person to know. I am a connector. I am a networker. And some people say I'm the life of the party, but I don't know. But I love my personality. That's something that no one can ever take from me. Like, you can strip the degrees I have, you can strip the experience, you can take away all this other material things, but my personality, no one can never take that away from me. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I found it interesting. Like, we met, and my dad, was with me the first time first time I went. And yeah, like, I really loved your energy, the way you talk to people, the way you just bring out that kind of personality. Um, so I'm really happy that we connected, and we even got to do an episode together.
Yes.
So just tell us a little bit more about your channel, No Customers and Business.
Okay. So pretty much with No Customers, No Business, that's my sign. I actually bought that sign, and it came with a couple of letters from the thrift store. I kid you not. In Katy, Houston. I used to live in Katy, Houston. And I used to go to the thrift store a lot to get like shelves. I bought these shelves from the thrift store. I love the thrift store for like shelves and like just different, not appliances per se, but like just different knickknacks. And I saw that sign. I was like, I need to go buy some more letters. Where do I get the letters? So I think I went to Michael's and I bought like, some letters. And I just started, I said, you know what? I'm going to take this sign outside and do some videos. So I started No Customers, No Business last year, September. And I think maybe October, November, December, maybe even January, I was out in the middle of the street. If you go to my channel, you can go to like the older videos, the videos I did in the beginning. And I would be in the middle of the street holding this sign, No Customer, No Business. And I know these people was like, why is she in the street?
Yeah.
I was on the median though. So I would stand, like, if it was a concrete median, I would stand on a concrete median in the middle of the street, and I will hold my sign, and I'm like, and just talking like whatever. And I got the camera rolling, but yeah, check out those videos when you get a chance, and audience, check out those videos when you get a chance. It's just really interesting because when you start out to do one thing, so like say for instance, I create the video that I'm going to help customers save money on deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever that looked like, I was like, okay, well, pretty much if you support the restaurant directly, then you should be only paying the delivery fee, sales tax, and tip.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that when you place your order through DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub, you're paying a delivery fee, a service fee, sometimes a long distance fee, sometimes, a small order fee, a priority fee if you want to be delivered first. It's just so many different fees. So by the time
Right.
you pay for your food, you're paying like $40 for like a combo meal. And that's
Right.
including a tip. And it's like, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what? I need to do something to help three categories of people who all built these delivery apps. But what would I do? And I say, you know what? Let me, instead of just focusing on drivers, because in the past we did that. Drivers, we had like these 1-day events where, you know what? We're going to not work the apps. We're going to show these companies, we're not going to take any customers. But then it didn't work. It just didn't work because everyone's situation as a driver is different.
Mm-hmm.
My bills may be $2,000 a month, where this driver may be $4,000 a month, and this driver is $5,000 a month. Everyone can't stop working the app. So I said, I need to come out with a solution to be able to do something. And so that's why I said, you know what, let this movement be about all customers, drivers, and merchants, more so in the food and grocery environment.
Mm-hmm.
But, rideshare is included, packages, and, package delivery is included as well. I just don't speak that much on it, but they're also included as well. No Customers, No Business came about the name. I was on a live with someone, just watching their live, and we were talking. And I said, no customers, no business. And then I waited. I said, let me go check and see if this channel is available. I kid you, I am not lying. I kid you not. So I checked in on YouTube. I didn't see anything. So I said, well, let me grab this channel and save it. So I said, okay. So I had it up under me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, that's my third channel.
Oh, okay. So now, do you interview people on the street too? Is that what it is?
No, I didn't interview people on the street. I just came up with different titles and I just spoke about it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, okay.
but what I want to do in the future is to talk more with customers and merchants and drivers on the street.
Mm-hmm.
But that takes time because it has to be a timing, issue. I don't want it to be a timing issue because most people, they either work or they're on their way. They're passing, by. So if I did that, I would have to like dedicate like a restaurant space where people can come in and I can have like a like a conference style, like something where I can be able to have an audience, even if it's 5 people.
Yeah, like
a town hall style.
Like a town hall, yeah, okay. I understand, like a town hall or something like that.
Yeah,
where you
something
can
like that.
Where you can interview like different drivers, which
Mm-hmm.
it does take some time, and it takes a lot of organizing to even do that.
Yeah.
But that's cool. So you've had No Customers, No Business for a year.
Yes, this channel been for a year. Like I said, it started in September.
Mm-hmm.
I finally got monetized on the channel. So this is my
nice.
second. Yeah, this is my second channel monetized. I'm working on Dope Beverage, but I just need watch hours. I got the subscribers, so I just need watch hours. And watch hours are kind of hard to get. If people.
I think so because on YouTube you have to have, I think, about 4,000 watch hours. I was like, my goodness.
Yeah. So that means you got to pump out a lot of videos. You either got to go live or people need to, if you create playlists, just watch your playlist. So if you like, I tell people if you have 4 playlists and one of the playlists has like 100 videos, just take that 100 video playlist and just let it play like on a computer or a TV. Because if you let it play on a tablet or a phone, then you got to charge your phone, you got to charge your tablet. If you let it play on your desktop or like your smart TV, then it will just keep going. And so, I tend to do that for some people, because they need their watch hours, and I want it to be organic. So hint, hint, I'm telling other people to, hook me up, help me out.
Right. If you guys, so like, if you haven't done so already, I will link all of Miko's YouTube channels in the show notes below. But make sure to check it out, and make sure to subscribe to her channel, because she has amazing content out there. She's been recently done some big things. I gotta hype her up. She was just on Women's Week.
Yeah, I was featured.
You were featured on
Women's Week.
You were also featured. Let's see here.
International
Business Journal. That's so cool. But anyway, so like, okay, for somebody who, let's say, works a 9-to-5 and wants to become an entrepreneur, my advice is always, have multiple streams of income. And it's important to do so, because in case, like, in today's job market, people are getting laid off left, right, and center. What is your advice for someone who wants to leave their 9-to-5 job in order to become an entrepreneur?
Well, it's a little tricky for me. Well, first of all, I would have to say you have to figure out what people will pay you for. And you want to get paid for your passion. You don't want to get into a business where you're making $1 billion and you're unhappy. It's too many people out there like that. It's not me. I wish I had $1 billion or $1 million or $100,000 or $10,000, but no. But you need to figure out what you're good at. And so when you're not making money in the beginning, you're not stressed out. It has to be something that you're in love with, you're passionate about, because what they say, if you do what you love, the pay will come after. I know that's not the exact thing, but that's what it is. I always been an entrepreneur and didn't even know it. Like, I would leave jobs and would do like side gig jobs, and my family and friends would be like, what are you doing? I've been a bus operator. I drove buses. I've had call center jobs. I've been an adjunct professor. I've been a substitute teacher. I've had so many great jobs. I worked in universities, and they're like, you keep getting these jobs and leaving. And it's not because I leave. It's just that it's something in me. Like, my mind is like, no, I have to do this, or, I enjoy being outdoors. So I always had one foot in, one foot out. I always had a side job with a W-2 job. And that's probably why I've been doing food delivery for so long. I started food delivery in 2008.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So February of next year will be 18 years.
18 years.
Yes. And I've had W-2 jobs. I've had my small business with these gig apps. And so I'm like, you know what? I finally need an exit strategy. And now I'm stepping into being a public speaker. But before I step into that, going back to the advice, like I said, you need to figure out what you're good at. And just in case, if it doesn't make you money off top, you need to be okay with that. So either A, you stay at that 9-to-5 and you do your business or your side gig part-time until you're able to get enough clientele to be able to branch out on your own. But you have to be a leader too. You can't, I think sometimes people see other people fronting. I don't know if people still say that word.
All right.
They flex,
They
they
flexing.
you don't spend money that you don't have.
Right.
So you see all these people, they go out and they rent a car for a day and you think it's their car, or they go rent an airplane or sit in somebody else's airplane.
Mm-hmm.
It's all for show, it's marketing.
Right.
So I think, and I don't want to switch over to this, but I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos where people are leaving their 9-to-5 jobs to be content creators. And I'm like, don't do that. You don't make no money like that.
A lot of times, okay, so especially this is what I've seen too. Like, yes, I've seen a lot of people do leave their 9 to 5 to just become content creators. But a lot of them are people who are just starting out in content creation. Some of them haven't even haven't even A, made money from them, or B, haven't been in the space for that long. And I say to and I have a lot of questions when I see that, like, okay, so how long have you been doing content creation? Number one, and number two, are you even monetized on some of these platforms? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't agree fully with that. I believe, like, okay, if you want to start a YouTube channel, you have to let that grow first before you decide you're going to
Jump all in.
and jump all in. Because I've been seeing that too, and I have seen a lot of people say they're going to leave their jobs and do content creation, which is like, don't do that. Do you have a business or something on the side? Like,
hey, maybe they're sitting on millions.
Right.
Give me some. I need it.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I think with starting a business, you have to know, like, okay, what are your passions? What are you passionate about? What kind of a business you want to start, and kind of brainstorm from there. And then take little action steps, like maybe don't quit your job right now, just kind of let the business grow first. But yeah, I agree with you. I've seen way too many videos with a lot of people leaving their 9 to 5 job to do full on content creation. It's like, whoa.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up too. Now, when I started my ghost kitchen and I was on both DoorDash and Uber Eats, I was still doing food delivery. So I didn't leave food delivery and then, I'm just going to do, my ghost kitchen. I still had to do food delivery and work on I had about maybe 10 or 15 apps that I had to multi-app because I got to now pay for this space because I have to pay for the garage. I have to pay for the items for the food. I have to pay for the.
I at the very last minute, you were talking about your other. It was another business, right?
The ghost kitchen.
The ghost kitchen, and then in the middle of you saying something, it just froze.
That's the enemy. Enemy, I told you, get behind me. All right. Well, so let me just say it again. When I started my ghost kitchen, I still did food delivery. I didn't leave food delivery because I had other bills such as rent that I had to pay, and I had to pay for the business. So I think a lot of times you may have to kind of like do both. You want to do your passion project or your side hustle, or you want to start growing your business. But in reality, you have to be able to make sure you stay on top of your bills, because bills don't care how they get paid. They just need to be paid.
Right.
So I just wanted to put that out there because, just because I started my ghost kitchen and then I finally moved to the food court at the West Oaks Mall, I still was doing, after I left, I would do food delivery on my scooter.
Yeah.
So
Well,
trust me, I put in my time.
right. Well, Miko, it was lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for being here. Also, okay, one last question before we wrap up. Um, Self-care looks different for everybody. Um, I want to ask you, like, how do you prioritize self-care and what self-care activities do you incorporate in your life?
Well, if I had more money for self care, then I would do more self care that, I can go on vacations. However, what I try to do for self care for me is I love TV. I am a TV head. Now, I have certain shows that I watch. I have certain days so my Monday night, I need to be at home at 8 p.m. so I can watch my shows on CBS. And then on Wednesday, I'm Abbott Elementary, so I have to be at home at 8 o'clock so I can make sure I watch that on Wednesdays, ABC. And then Thursday is back to CBS, and then Friday, I think Friday is NBC because I'm a big fan of two shows there. But, that's what I do to unwind. I love to just relax, come home. Believe it or not, I know you may find my personality so vibrant. Um, I'm more of a homebody. I love being in my environment at home. I love just coming home and being in my space. In the future, I would love, if I have the budget, I would love to be able to just go and just travel and just, I don't even have to do anything. I can just go to the hotel and just relax. No phone, no internet, no nothing. And just relax. And I don't want nobody bothering me, but I have to get to that level. So that's why I work hard every day. And it's going to happen for me in due time. In due
Right.
time.
Right.
So
Absolutely, for sure. Well, thank you for coming on the show. So everyone, let's give Miko a round of applause. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for coming on and listening, tuning in every other Wednesday. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to Miko's channel. I'll link that in the show notes below. And follow me on all my social media at the Take 30 Podcast. I'm on TikTok and uh, threads.net, and a couple other social media. But I'll link them all on the show notes below because that's a lot. But be sure to take care of you and your mental health because you matter. So I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you guys not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. Bye, guys.
bye.